Hey, what's up all you action figure lovers out there? Master Marvel's back at it once again, bringing you another action figure review. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends. We have the Age of Apocalypse, Sugar Man, Build-A-Figure Wave, Weapon X, Wolverine. And this is the best version of this that I have ever seen in plastic form. They did a knockout job on this thing. Now, prior to the Age of Apocalypse, when the whole comic came out, prior to that, Wolverine was my favorite X-Men character, probably Marvel character of all time. I absolutely loved Wolverine. During this, I felt a little differently about Wolverine. And the way it happens is, before the Age of Apocalypse, Magneto was like, I hated Magneto. I didn't like him from the bad guy antagonist from the X-Men cartoon back in the day, the comic books and stuff. And then the Age of Apocalypse made me fall in love with Magneto, and he's to this day still been and still is my favorite character, Marvel character of all time. So putting Wolverine now in like second place maybe. So, but yeah. We're going to get a closer look at this and do some comparisons. Now what I love about it already is the head sculpt on it. You know, we've often had issues with getting good head sculpts for our Wolverines. Not necessarily good, but satisfactory. And they did this so accurate here because in the Age of Apocalypse he had a very wild, thick mane. And yeah, they nailed it here. They nailed it. And of course we get one of the legs now for Sugar Man here. The left leg. Little stubby little leg. We'll get rid of that. And Wolverine does have the interchangeable to where, you know, long before he even realized it, his claws were actually retractable, but he went forever in the Age of Apocalypse with just the nub like that, so I'm probably going to leave that like that for now. But yeah, he did have this real wild hair. And they just did a great job on it, man. This is such a cool Wolverine. Wow. And yeah, because of the mane, the head does look ginormous on the body. But it's just the hair, really. I don't know. It's... So... how Wolverine lost his hand, because there's probably a lot of people that are really curious about that, like why does Wolverine just have the nub? He got into it with Cyclops, and that's why in the Age of Apocalypse, if you notice, Cyclops had the long hair and it was covered one side of his face. He was missing an eye. Well, they got into it in one of their worst battles ever, a real ferocious one, because and Wolverine clawed out an eye, and Cyclops blasted off his hand and melted it down to where it wouldn't grow back. So that's how that happened. And it was later on that he was fighting somebody, and he was kind of in a corner, and he pretty much raged out with this under the guy's chin, the nub, and chink, claws come out. So that didn't come until way later, though. But yeah, here he is, and I mean, man, he looks good. They did the hair on the arms. I'm happy to see that detail there, and it is our standard Wolverine buck that we've been getting lately, so it fits perfect. And a lot of hair, even in the back, just sticking straight out. I mean, he was very hairy there. It was a cool look for him. Yeah, him and Jean definitely had a big thing, a big impact in the Age of Apocalypse. So, real quick, I'm going to do some comparisons. I guess first I'll just start with, this is Weapon X. actual Weapon X Wolverine with Weapon X Wolverine. So, you know we can do some Wolverine comparisons like all day long here. But yeah, these are both Weapon X. And let's see here. We have Cowboy Wolverine on that same body mold, so they see that they size up pretty well there. I don't know why he's not standing. Come on, dude. Looking pretty good. Yeah. And of course, you know I'm going to spoil you. Got the Toy Biz version here of Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, and it wasn't a bad one. This wasn't a bad one. In fact, this isn't the head that came on this body. This version of it was the burnt headed version where he had no hair and he was burnt and scarred up, and I took the secondary head from the other Weapon X and put it on here to give him more of a, you know, because I couldn't find that other one. But even the other one, the head sculpt's not the greatest. The costume design is close to being right on here, and then at the same time, Toy Biz gave us the claws coming out of the stub. But we did have the stub, so yeah. I'd say that, like I said, this wasn't a bad Wolverine because for what it was worth, all the Wolverines that we had through the Toy Biz days, the scales was all over the place, and this was probably one of the closer scales to Wolverine, which was actually good, because if you see even here, they are about the same size, so that's not terrible. But yeah, it's just, I didn't care for the burnt head, and I still have it somewhere. I could always switch it back out, but it's whatever now. This is definitely my preferred Wolverine, or Weapon X now, so sayonara to this one. Well, he can just go back on his vintage shelf or whatever that I had him on. And real quick, we'll go ahead and stick old Gene here with him, because that is his boo in the Age of Apocalypse. So these two are a couple, and they look good together. That's a really good deal. I'm glad to have both these figures. Now I really, really, really need a Sabretooth. So Cyclops, of course. Yada yada yada. So anyways, you guys let me know. I am so excited over this wave, man. I just can't get enough of it, and I'm trying not to speed through it and trying not to linger on at the same time. So you guys let me know what you guys think of this figure. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Master Marvel 80 here. I'll catch you on my next video, man. Peace.